sharing your time this evening. So I'm getting ready to graduate from St. Mary's, and for myself, I'm doing a double major in entrepreneurship marketing. And that's everything tied up into what my term in Jamaica was focused on ICT, information, communication, and tech. And what that looks like in the business context, in the personal context, in the professional context. And so everything we're talking about in terms of cross-cultural learning, leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, I wanted to go down there and figure out what's actually going on in Jamaica. Who are the people that are in here? What are some of the barriers to access? What are some of the barriers to launching businesses? What are some of the barriers in general that are going on? And so I had the opportunity to spend some time at the university, in the community, with the persons as well. And so a couple of the things that I was able to do, specifically at SAPNA, so it was an internship lab focused on building full stack developers, so persons that have development applications, so whether it's software engineering or applications on mobile and cloud software. So learning and teaching them, basically empowering them to learn how to leverage their passions, their skills, their insights, and learn how to start making a roadmap to make money. So becoming an entrepreneur rather than someone that just has tech passions or tech abilities. So changing the narrative in that sense. So I created a 9-week course where we basically it was personal and professional branding development. So it was pitches, one-on-ones, group-based learning, as well as some competitions and things like that. And then on the other end, we had a format where I spent some time with the TIC, so it was the Technology Innovation Center, where it was actually one of the longest-standing national university incubations in Jamaica. And so I spent some time where at the university we actually interviewed 10 or 11 of the CEOs of the university's companies there, and to figure out, again, what are some of the barriers that are going on in their university. So how are you going to be able to launch your companies? And so what are some of the barriers that you have in terms of getting access to capital, networks, things like that. So trying to work with them to actually build the frameworks, and then working with the back-end management because they had a brand new person in there, so she didn't know what was going on in terms of what the company's offerings were, how their firm was going to be able to capitalize on those things. So basically I created a brand audit, had to do a scan to figure out what the opportunities were, all those costs, the business side of things. But basically, again, working with the human capital. And so it was an opportunity for me to not just learn about the business things, but learn about the experience, the insights, the journeys, and to hear about the voices from people in Jamaica. And so one of the huge things that was deeply enriching and empowering for me was not just seeing young black professionals in an ecosystem similar to here, but to hear young voices from persons in a culture and a society that was also experiencing an aversion to risk and challenges with people experiencing barriers to change and things like that. Because it's happening here as well, because there's so many entrepreneurial persons and opportunities, so we're climbing up that. And so it was awesome to see two very different, distinct locations. The context and the cultures are different, but some of the opportunities and the barriers are the same. So it was an opportunity for me that I'm very much so looking forward to build on those connections, but very humbled that you all had the opportunity to hear some of the journeys. And thank you again, Honors, for spending the time today. Thank you.